All right, so today I wanted to move forward with income taxes and how those are calculated and taken out of your paycheck. I don't want to rush through this too much, but I do feel that there's some things that you need to just be aware of. In Illinois, we pay what's called a flat income tax rate, which means everybody pays the same percentage of their income. Um, there's no breaks for anybody. It's 3% or 4% or whatever across the board. However, different states are structured differently. Some states have what's called a progressive income tax, which is very similar to the federal one, where you pay more depending on what bracket you wind up in. But again, those states are all different. They're not the same, even though they're different from Illinois. And then some states don't even have an income tax at all. The gray states in this picture here, there's no state income tax. The blue states are the progressive, and then the red states are the flat income tax. Now, this is a couple years old, so I don't know if some of these red states have changed any. We currently are a flat income tax state in Illinois. So the way this works is you are given basically credit for allowances or exemptions that you claim for dependents living in your house. So, for example, I'm married, so I can claim an exemption for myself and my wife, and we have 3 kids. So I can claim up to 5 allowances on my taxes, which basically what that does is it reduces my income, or at least what the state will tax of my income for each of those allowances. So the way they do this is they start with your full-on annual salary, and they subtract so many dollars per allowance. So I'm going to focus on Illinois again. So they're going to subtract $2,000 for every one of those allowances. Now, you can't claim more allowances than you have dependents. Like, I can't claim 20 allowances when I only have 3 kids. So the most I could claim would be 5, one for me, one for my wife, and one for each of my kids. But I can claim fewer than that. So I could claim all the way down to 0 allowances, where they take no money off and I pay more income tax. Some people do that as a way to overpay in their taxes. So in the spring, when they file their income taxes, they get more money back. I don't necessarily know that there's a benefit to that. I just know that it's possible. So what we're going to do is look at how this is actually structured and what we're going to do with it as far as the math goes. So this example here, Tony earns $44,750 annually. What he does for a living doesn't matter. The state income tax rate is 3%. Everybody pays 3%. So Tony takes tax exemptions for himself and his son. So he's going to be claiming 2 allowances on his taxes here. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with his gross income, and we're going to subtract 2 times $2,000. The 2 out front is one for him and one for his son, and then the $2,000 is the income deduction for each allowance. So ultimately, they're going to reduce his salary by $4,000. Now, he's still getting those $4,000. It's just that the state government, is not going to tax him on those $4,000. So once they have adjusted his income, that's also called the adjusted gross income. I know it's another definition to throw out there. So his annual gross income has been adjusted down to $40,750. That's what they're going to calculate. They're going to take 3% or 0.03 times his adjusted income to get $1,222.50. This is how much he's going to actually pay in taxes for the year. State taxes. So we've got to start with their annual salary and then subtract off however many $2,000 adjustments. All right, so Michelle earns $23,760. She is married with 1 child. In her state, the tax rate is 4%. How much does Michelle pay towards state income tax annually? Now, she can claim 0, 1, 2, or 3. So it doesn't say specifically how many allowances she claims. So for example, in this one, let's say that she claims all of them. She claims the allowance for her husband, and her child. So her salary, $23,760, is going to get reduced by a total of $6,000. So $23,760, reduce that by $6,000. That's going to put her down at $17,760. Now, again, they're not actually taking this money away from her. They're just taking it down so they can calculate her taxes. So once I've taken that off, $17,760 times the 4%, 17,760 times 0.04, she's going to be paying $710.40 in taxes annually. That's for the whole year. Okay, you pay significantly less in state income taxes than you do federal income taxes. They still run the bells when you guys aren't here. It's a good time. All right, last one. Jack's a single father of one who makes 43, blah, 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 working as an electrician. The state income tax rate is 5%. How much does he pay if he takes 2 allowances? So he's taking allowances for himself and his son. So we're going to start with his full salary, $43,300. We're going to take off his 2 allowances. Each allowance is a $2,000 deduction. So he's actually going to be taxed as if he made $39,300. $39,300 is his adjusted income. So that times his 5%. So his annual state income tax, $1,965.